Hi, I'm Ewan Brown. I'm from Australian Monitor and I'm here at ISE 2024 to show our PicoBlu series of products. The PicoBlu was originally released consisting of a 30-watt 3-channel mixer amplifier with integrated Bluetooth. We are now extending the range with the PicoBlu 60. As its name suggests, it is now a 60-watt mixer amplifier. It consists of 2 audio inputs, one primarily for microphone, but it can also be for line level, and 4 channels of audio inputs. So USB, 2 inputs on the rear of the product, and the integrated Bluetooth. In addition to the front of the product, we have the standard connections on the back for audio, but we have also integrated an accessory port. This accessory port is capable of connecting to our wall panel products, and this is one of the wall panels shown here, a WP4R. It has the ability to then control the sources using the buttons and the master volume. In addition to that, we can also connect audio wall plates to the product. These can be fed in through the accessory port and provide a remote audio input to the product. If you need a second zone for the product, we also have a power amplifier. This is the Pico 60P, and when joined together it has rack mounting side-by-side cavities. So within the product you have bracketry in order to do side-by-side racking, but it consists of a 60-watt power amplifier, and again on the rear of the product the audio inputs, but also an accessory port which we can then connect to a WP Vol wall plate, and that provides the ability to control the volume in that second zone. This is a continuation of our Bluetooth offering from Australian Monitor. We previously had wall panels consisting of Bluetooth 5.1, capable of a 200 meter range, and were fully programmable. We are now releasing at the show the TrueBlu. This is a box version of the product, of the wall panel product. It features the same user interface on the front panel, the ability to plug in an auxiliary cabled connection, but also has the Bluetooth integrated into it, and on the rear of the product, unbalanced and balanced audio outputs. In addition to the audio, you can program it using the USB connector and program it via the RS-232 or connect that to an external control system in addition to a pairing input. One of the key things that makes this a commercial grade product is the ability to program the Bluetooth within the unit, and here we're showing the software that is a free download for the product. Your ability to name, change the PIN number, the security features of the product, and what output modes, if it's stereo, mono, etc. So it's a very simple application, but really allows you to install multiple of these into various installations and configure them as needed. This is the Z624, a 6 input to 4 output zoning solution. Has a very simple user interface on the product, very easy to configure and control by the end user. It has balanced and unbalanced audio inputs, the ability to have phantom power individually on each input. It has accessory ports. These allow 2 wall panels to be connected to the accessory port and allow you to do source selection and volume control from the wall plates. In addition, there is support for 1 paging station, and that again can be connected to the accessory ports. Finally, on the accessory ports, it can support 1 audio wall plate to have remote inputs in each zone. For example, the WP-ML wall plate shown here. Some additional features of the Z624 are an integrated tone generator and 2 channels of input priority on inputs 1 and 2. Finally, there is a utility port which allows it to be programmed if the default settings in the unit are not what is required. Moving over to the software, this is an optional accessory for the product. It is an entry-level product designed to be working straight out of the box, but if you require some advanced settings shown here, you can make all of these different audio settings to the specific application required. In addition to the audio configuration, the wall panels allow you to set up each of the wall panels and configure exactly how they operate. So in default, it would be source selection, where you can select if you're using all 6 sources, or you could reduce that. But you can also change the wall panel to be a master volume controller or to a message player. So it supports 2 wall panels. So for example, one wall panel could be your source selector and another could be the message player. And we're showing our ZoneMix zoning solution. This is a 14x8 audio routing mixer. It has support for up to 16 paging stations, 16 wall panel controllers, and also has the ability to have remote audio wall plates that can sit in the zone and be routed back to each of the inputs. The ZoneMix consists of a ZoneMix 4, a 4-zone output, and a ZoneMix 8, 8-zone output. What we're specifically showing at ISE 2024 is the extended features of the software within the ZoneMix system. So we are showing the audio matrix, which is the core of the product. But some of the key things that we've included in the latest software release is a full inbuilt scheduler into the product. So within the scheduler, you have the ability to create a whole series of tasks within the system. You can adjust volumes, mutes, various levels, trigger tones, playback messages from an SD card, or trigger GPOs. All of these individual tasks that are created can also be nested together to create sequences of tasks. These can be triggered from the scheduler, and in addition, there is a dedicated view for school applications or similar scheduled events that happen throughout the day. So for example, showing here that we could ring bells every hour, and once these have been created, they can be pushed into the scheduler. So once the tasks have been created, you would come into the scheduler and you would create tasks, select the appropriate one, and create the schedule that is required. There's a dedicated view specifically for schools, and you can come in and set the week for each of the day schedules required, and again apply that into the scheduler. In addition to the scheduler, you can trigger all of these tasks independently using the general purpose inputs and outputs. And again, that's a very simple button click to select the task and select the appropriate one. These can then be connected to automated systems or wall panel button controls. They can finally also be connected to our wall panels and triggered directly from those as control sources. So that's the new features of the ZoneMix control software from Australian Monitor.